Some people say a haircut doesn't matter. Well, try telling that to the Thor fanboys out there, who some are up in arms because of Thor's haircut for the upcoming movie Ragnarok. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about Thor's hair and the symbolism behind it. Okay, so just in case you don't know who Thor is a prominent figure from Norse mythology. He actually was worshipped as a god by the Germanic and Scandinavian people before the introduction of Christianity. Now, there are a few things that historians can agree about Thor. One, he was the protector of Asgard. He was the ideal warrior. Two, he actually had some pretty cool weapons. He had a belt that could double his strength, and most famously, he had a hammer that could control the elements, gave him almost unlimited power known as Mjolnir. Now, number three, and a little bit lesser known, is he was married to Sif, and she was known for her blonde hair. I'm making an extrapolation here. I'm assuming Thor's blonde hair had the same thing. It was all about fertility, and oftentimes when the Vikings would go conquer new land, they would feel blessed by Thor's fertility. He would bless their lands, and his hair was a symbol of that. Now, him getting his hair cut in the new upcoming movie, I think has a lot of symbolism in it, and that's what I'm going to discuss in this video. Long hair symbolism point number one, long hair is oftentimes associated with strength, and the cutting of that hair can actually sap a man's strength. Classic story, we go to the Hebrew Bible, look in the book of Judges, and we see Samson. If you've not heard the story of Samson and Delilah, you got to go check it out. Really good one. I remember being told this as a kid, and looking back, it's kind of a little bit morbid. But Samson was a pretty tough guy, born with incredible strength that was within his hair. He was able to take on a lion, kill it very quickly, take on an entire army, and kill them with a jawbone. But his weakness was if his hair was cut, he would lose his strength. So he got in with the wrong woman. Delilah, she found out his secret. She apparently was working for the other side, cuts his hair, he loses his strength. He's taken captive, they put him in a temple, they make him a slave, but his hair grows back. He's given one more chance to show what he's got, and he ends up bringing a whole building or temple down on everyone. Yeah, not the best ending. I don't know why I loved the story as a kid, but the point is long hair, and within it is a man's strength. So we can see the symbolism here. Thor is captured in the movie Ragnarok. He's put in a gladiatorial arena, and in a sense, maybe he's powered down. Maybe it is something that his strength was taken by the cutting of his hair. Hair symbolism point number two, the cutting of a man's hair shows that he is submitted to society or to an organization. Where do we see this still used throughout the world? Militaries. If you join the Marine Corps, you join the Army, what happens? They shave your head. Why do they shave your head? To strip away individuality, to get you to work as a team, as a group, to basically show that you are now a unit and you're a cog in the system. So let's look at the movie Thor Ragnarok. What happens? He shows up and he's put into the arena by the Grand Master. So in this movie, we see actually his haircut may be something that he is, yes, going to be stripped of his individuality. He is no longer Thor. He is actually just a fighter. He's a gladiator in the arena. Hair symbolism point number three. If you had long hair, you had wealth, you had status, and you were fertile. Let's go back. Look at Louis XIV, the Sun King, one of the most famous monarchs all of Europe. What do we notice about this guy? Look at the way not only he dresses, but look at that hair. Look at that wig that he wore. Why would men in this time period who were at the top of society wear wigs? Let's go back. Look at early U.S. presidents. Let's look at George Washington. What do we see here? They are wearing a wig. Wigs were worn to show that you had long, full hair. Hair was a status symbol. It showed that you could take care of yourself, you could take care of your body, you could afford good food, you were in good health, you were a fertile man. So let's look at Thor. Like I said, Sif is actually known for her long blonde hair. It was a symbolism of wheat, and that, basically that the crops would be blessed, a very important thing to early, Germanic and Scandinavian people. So in the movie Ragnarok, you can infer that the cutting of Thor's hair is a symbol that he has lost his status as the protector of Asgard. So I have a bonus hair symbolism point for you comic book fans out there, and that could be that Thor is unworthy to to actually be the protector of Asgard, to wield Mjolnir, and that therefore his hair was cut, and it was to symbolize that. This comes out of the Unworthy Thor comics. If you go back, look at I think it was the original sin, where Nick Fury whispers something into Thor's ear, and after that point, he can no longer lift his hammer. In fact, he is unworthy. He goes on a quest to try to prove himself, to try to figure out how to get his mojo back. Definitely go check it out. But the haircut, it has symbolism. And I know I'm very excited to see the movie, to see what happens here. And I'm curious, do you like videos like this? Because this is a little bit different. I think actually hair and symbolism is very interesting. I've talked about the science of facial hair. And if you want more, you're interested in things like this, you need to check out Scott over at NerdSync. I'm going to link to him down in the description. He is a friend of mine. We've been in a mastermind together. This guy goes into the science behind comics. He does like 40, 50 hours of research, then puts out a detailed video explaining how things work, a little bit more about the backstory. And I love the work he's doing over there, so go check him out. And if you want to continue the conversation, you're interested in talking more, but you want a community, check out our free Facebook page. Guys, I love this group. The guys over in our Facebook group, they really help each other. They want you to become a better man. Let me know. I really want to hear from you down in the comments if you like something like this. I've got some other ideas with some other characters I'd like to talk about. Me, a little bit my background with comics. I had hundreds of comics as a kid, so I definitely am both a DC and a Marvel fanboy. And that's it, guys. Take care. See you in the next video.